time. But you know what? I didn't. So, yeah. Sorry for the delay. Now back to your regularly scheduled LP.
Zero.
Oh my god, it's finally come. I'm finally at this point. I'm finally fighting the Zero virus. I'm finally fighting Zero. And ladies and gentlemen, as I just said, I introduce you to Zero. Yes, the Zero. The same Zero from Mega Man X, from the Mega Man Zero games, except absolutely nothing like him. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the same character. His overarching design is the same character, but he's not Zero. In fact, a lot of his little witty statements that he makes in the X games he'll never make. But that's neither here nor there. Zero. He is a virus as opposed to being a Navi. He's not a Navi at all. In fact, he is the source of all the Zero viruses, making him one gigantic virus blob in the form of a Navi. And yes, he looks like a Navi, he sounds like a Navi, he acts like a Navi, he smells like a Navi. I'm not going to even try and cut that part out because it's awesome. I did not mean to say that. I want to smell him. But Zero. He's actually a he's a virus based off of the virus from the Mega Man X games. I think it was X6. Yeah, in Mega Man X6, because I remember I hated that game. Mega Man X6, at the near the end point, there would be a virus that would control Reploids called the Zero virus and look like a giant floating Zero. And if it controlled a Reploid, because you could save some of the Reploids, and if you decided to try and save one of the Reploids, you could get the items that they had. And there was one Reploid that has one item that's crucial to completing the game, unless you use a certain piece of armor as X or play as Zero. Spoilers, by the way. Who cares? But this is not Mega Man X6. In fact, a lot of people probably would rather me never mention that game because it's so hated. Especially by one of my favorite LPers, the Great Clement. The Great Clement. However you want to pronounce it. It's been a while since I've seen some of his stuff. I need to go back and watch some of it. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm enjoying this. I know that this is my first actual post commentary in a while, and it's probably not gonna turn out to be too good, but I hope you guys enjoy it. So, without any further ado, plot! So, that's Zero? Wait, but he looks just like a Navi. He seems just like any other Navi, with the same heart and mind. Starman, is that you? Oh, it's you, Mega Man. You beat Starman, didn't you? Finally, to actually meet you. What? You know who I am? Oh yes, I know about you, Mega Man. And about your operator, Lan Hikari. Who the hell are you? My name is Zero, and I am a cursed virus. I've never heard of a talking virus before. All of the Zero viruses spread throughout the cyber worlds are my eyes and my ears, transmitting info. At first, all I did was spy and gather info. However, somehow, I don't know exactly when, but I gained a soul. You evolved? A virus. A virus with a soul. You are warriors fighting for peace in the cyber worlds. I, on the other hand, spread evil simply by existing. Therefore, you must be here to delete, that is, bust me, right? However, I have no plans to disappear just yet. I am ready to fight you. Wait, you're... we have no choice. Megaman, battle routine, set! Execute. Oh, yes. Gotcha. Oh, yeah, this fight... Oh, I'd rather not talk during this fight. I'd rather just enjoy the fight, enjoy the challenge, just enjoy watching this. But I guess I should commentate. Zero glides around the field, sort of like you expect. And he blocks a lot of your attacks, just like Quick Man and Proto Man, only more so. It's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to explain. It's harder to bypass defense. And I know that shotguns also do affect him. One of the things I'd love to do, honestly, one of the things I recommend if you're playing this the first time is to have the Z cannon and be ready to use it. Because he goes through auras like nothing, as you saw. And the Z cannon does give you that invincibility period. Your major worry is that shockwave attack that he uses where he rushes the opposite side of the stage and sends a shockwave across the ground, the ceiling, and the ground again. I think sometimes it'll flip, it'll be the ceiling, ground, and ceiling, but I digress. You must block them and take the hit, or just completely take the hit. Because, and I'll tell you this much, that's a lot to take in. Oh my. But zero. Holy crap, this fight is amazing. Listen to this music. You may not be able to hear it behind my commentary, but there's not really much that I can say. It's just, this music is awesome. But I've got to use a sword to fight him, right? Can't use a Z-Can. Gotta fight him with my Z-Saber. Z-Saber. That's his weapon. Come on, man. I can feel advance coming on. Activate. And this is your best way of taking him out. You wait for him to go at you, and then, oh god. Oh crap. That's what he does when he reaches the red zone. He is invincible and dashes from side to side, sending waves at you. So prepare for that. Have some HP ready because it hurts. Oh god, I may actually lose. Even with how little HP he has. And I'm so excited to say that because so many of the fights, some of them are rather tough, but this one, whether you know what you're doing or not, it can be rather ridiculous. Especially when you're using only swords like I am, and you may say, oh, well, you're using guns as well. He's got ranged weapons too, and I'm only using them to get him to turn away from me. He has a few attacks, including that Z-Saber, which is that three-part slash, they sort of projects when he does it. He'll kind of move his body, and then he'll move and slash 3 times, so you can dodge if you're fast enough. He has an uppercut slash, which, if you're too close, it is undodgeable. He will block your attacks Proto Man style, and then rush and slash you, and then there's that damn parry. Where if you shoot at him, he lunges at you and then slashes you. And that is very hard to avoid. You just had to dodge backwards and hope that you avoid it. I'm going to use these to try and bypass his defense, so wish me luck. I'll try and explain the rest in a second. I can feel advance coming on. Activate. Take the hit, get behind him, and finish him off. This is really more of a battle of attrition than anything, because this fight, it can take a lot, and it can take a lot out of you. And holy crap. There's so much to try and explain, and I plan on doing another video where I explain everything, but dude, this this fight, he is Zero incarnate. This is what I expected when I ran into Zero. This is what I expected when I knew that Zero was going to be in the fight. And this is why I was hoping for. And really, I made the fight seem a little bit harder than it actually was. In fact, if you were using, if you weren't using only swords, this fight would be a cakewalk. The main things you had to worry about are, at the beginning of the fight, you can get by his defenses pretty easily, so you can use program advances on him really early with no repercussions. The lower he gets, however, the more aggressive he gets. And the harder it is to get behind him. And eventually, he does that counter strike, which is a pain in the ass. So if you see him rushing you, try to slide under him, and you'll be able to get him. Like you'll be able to get behind him and then thrust your sword into him. I said that, and I'm not going back on it. But you could also do that with guns. So if you wanted to do that. If you have the Z cannon, it makes this fight a cakewalk. Especially if you have the Z cannon and you have a full cuss and you use a full cuss and then bring out another Z cannon and just spam that. It's ridiculous. But honestly, I recommend fighting him with swords since it gives you such a satisfying feeling doing so. Usually the gun, like I said, the guns do make it easier, and the dash chip, as long as you use that point blank range to stop yourself from landing on top of him, like you've seen me do a couple times, it works very well. And if you're hitting, it's partially because you're hitting him from the front and the back, and if he's dashing at you and you use the dash chip, you're not going to take on any damage if you time it just right. It's actually really cool to do too. But I do recommend fighting with only the sword-based weapons because it's a fun challenge. It's really manageable. And just as long as you slide behind him, slide underneath him, and slash him, you're perfectly fine. Other things to worry about is when his HP enters its second phase, when it gets down to like the halfway mark, he starts using that shockwave attack, which hurts. Always have a healing chip and or defensive chip ready because you cannot dodge it. There's one of them, the one that goes across the ceiling. You can dodge it by going underneath it. However, whenever you slide, you're going to go right into the next one. There is no dodging all three of them. I want to say it's impossible, but someone's going to post a video proving me wrong eventually. And I used to think that double jumps would affect it, but the one that goes across the ground is too high up for you to be able to double jump over. But yeah, if you use the Z cannons, you'll be able to go right through them. But really, just take it for just be ready to take the hit. And whenever he uses that, he does tend to be. He does have a period where he is now vulnerable right after using that, which means that after you get after you have him sending the shockwaves toward you, if you time it just right, you can hit him before he starts attacking, before he can block you, before he can do anything. And that's one of my favorite things to do is take the hit, use an invisibility chip, take the hit, and then dash right through and slash him in the face with a Z sword. I didn't get to show that in this, but that's something that I plan on doing in my second run whenever I go after S rank, because I don't believe that I got an S rank in this. I know in one of the last episodes before the final area, spoilers, but you guys saw that coming. Come on. You really thought that this was it? Even if this was such a badass fight, it's such a lackluster ending. But In one of those episodes, I do show off my ranks, and before I fight the final boss, I will go up against the boss. Keyword will, because I've not recorded that yet. Changing my computers and everything has caused all hell to break loose, so I'm gonna have to go through and fix everything. So there's that. But yeah. Ultimately, whenever it comes down to Zero, there are a couple different strategies. I do plan on showing off a couple of different ones, my favorite ones, including the sword strategy that I use. I've got a special combination of moves that I usually do on him that makes it easy, but that being said, whatever works, it's up to you. So, yeah. Plot! Your power is beyond specifications. So this is the force that beat the World 3. What is it? The power of friendship? Friendship. It's a feeling I've never experienced before. But I think I understand it. Well, you beat me. Go ahead. Kill me. Zero. You. You know I didn't ask to be born as a virus. But I want to know one thing. This world where I was born and its people. And you, the humans and the Navis. You see me as evil incarnate. Spreading poison. So there's nothing to be concerned about. It's just the way it is. Lan, I think I understand how Zero feels. Zero ain't all bad after all. What? Don't be a fool, Megaman. What the hell? Proto Man. You alright? Lan, think rationally. He's a heinous evolving virus. If you don't finish it off, there's no telling how much damage it'll do. But if you won't do it, I will. Get out of the way. Sorry, Zero. Wait, Len, Megaman. Dad? I've been listening in. There's no need to delete the Zero virus. What? Zero shocked. You sent me a mystery data, remember that? That was Zero's source file left by Wily. A blueprint, you see. Now that I've fully analyzed it, I can seal in the Zero virus function. So if you do that, Zero will become just another Navi. No deleting? Alright! Isn't that great, Zero? I don't understand. Why do you want to do this for me? Yeah, I don't get it either. But that's the way the lands think. You know it. I bet you really do understand, Shad. Not really. I'm just tired of the whole thing. Alright, Zero. I'm gonna transmit you to the Scilab's computer. Okay. What? Mr. Chad, sir. What is it, Proto Man? What? This is... I can sense... Dad! What the... The entire cyber world just shook. What the hell? Uh-oh, sudden plot twist. Look in despair. Where is he? Look out. He's the one who controls this entire account. Who are you? I'm the one they used to call Professor of the World 3. Leadership. What? I took over after Wily to revive the life virus. The life virus? You're insane! What the? That means... That's right! I called Zero forth after Wily froze him and made Starman distribute the fake vaccine to hack all the Navis. You're the real criminal. While you were busy fighting the hack Navis and the Zero virus, I took the money from the vaccine sales to revive the life virus. Wait, so you just... What are you trying to do? I'm about to start hacking into military computers around the world. The world's final war is about to begin. I'll blast human civilization to bits for Wily's principles. Not if I stop you. What do you think a worm like you can do? Squirm? Oh no. The cyber world's shaking. The cyber world's shaking is getting worse. It's too dangerous. Proto Man, jack out. Megaman, jack out. What? Wait, what? What about Zero? Background logo.